Have you ever wondered why, as we grow older, we seem to shift from being sociable to embracing solitude? This transformation from seeking constant social interaction to valuing quiet and solitude is a natural part of aging. But understanding it can offer profound insights into our own lives. In this video, we'll explore the reasons behind this shift and why, in old age, many prefer solitude over frequent social engagements. We'll delve into how this change impacts our relationships, mental well-being, and daily routines. Stick around until the end to uncover practical advice on how to navigate these changes gracefully and enhance your quality of life in your later years. If you are not subscribed, I recommend subscribing and activating the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. When we were young, one of our greatest joys was to invite friends over to our homes for meals and heartfelt conversations. There was something incredibly special about those gatherings, sitting around the table in the cozy, familiar environment of our own home, free from the formal constraints of a restaurant. The conversations flowed more freely, and laughter filled the air as we shared stories and built lasting memories. This simple act of hospitality was more than just about sharing food, it was about deepening the bonds of friendship. There was an unspoken magic in those moments, where each visit, whether it was at someone else's house or their visit to ours, brought us closer together. In those days, we truly believed that such sincerity and warmth in friendships were natural and valuable. We thought that genuine connections were a given, that they were as constant as the changing seasons. But as time has passed, the landscape of our relationships has shifted dramatically. The authentic and heartfelt connections we once cherished seem to have become increasingly rare, as the world around us has drifted into a sea of superficiality and pretense. The truth is, in today's society, hypocrisy has become the norm, overshadowing the sincerity we once took for granted. People who once had pure hearts and genuine intentions now find themselves questioning their own beliefs and expectations. The adage, "Those who approach red become red, those who approach ink become black," has never felt more relevant. It encapsulates the painful reality that our surroundings and the people we associate with profoundly influence us, often leading us to become something we never intended to be. As a result, we find ourselves retreating from the very practices that once brought us joy. The idea of inviting others into our homes no longer holds the same appeal. Our hearts, once open and welcoming, now harbor a wariness that wasn't there before. We've become disillusioned, our expectations tempered by the reality that many relationships today are marred by a lack of authenticity. It seems as though the essence of true connection has been overshadowed by a veneer of politeness and pretense. Our feelings have been profoundly shaped by this sweeping shift in our social landscape, leading us to approach relationships with an increasingly skeptical and cautious perspective. In a world where genuine sincerity has become a rare and precious commodity, it's almost inevitable that our concepts of friendship and emotional connections have undergone a dramatic transformation. The warmth and openness we once so eagerly extended to others have gradually diminished, replaced by a more guarded and cautious approach. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. The anticipation and joy we once felt when inviting friends into our homes, sharing meals, and engaging in heartfelt conversations have given way to a sense of reluctance and disillusionment. We used to look forward to these interactions with a sense of excitement, believing in the power of genuine connections to strengthen our bonds and enrich our lives. But now, as we encounter the disheartening reality that many relationships are often tainted by a superficial veneer of politeness and pretense, our expectations have shifted dramatically. The hope we once cherished for authentic and heartfelt interactions has significantly dimmed, leaving us to grapple with the painful truth that our relationships are frequently overshadowed by the very hypocrisy we once hoped to escape. This disillusionment has led us to reevaluate how we engage with others, causing us to navigate a social landscape where true emotional connection feels increasingly elusive and rare. The warmth and sincerity we once believed were inherent in our interactions now seem like distant memories, overshadowed by the complexities of modern social dynamics. Our experiences have taught us that the genuine emotional connections we once took for granted are now overshadowed by a pervasive sense of inauthenticity. We find ourselves yearning for the simplicity and purity of past interactions, but are often met with the harsh reality that many relationships are now marred by insincerity and superficiality. This shift has profoundly affected our approach to friendships and emotional connections, leaving us to navigate a world where the true essence of heartfelt interaction feels like a fleeting and distant ideal. As we grapple with this new reality, we are left to confront the stark contrast between the genuine warmth we once offered so freely and the guarded, often superficial relationships that now define our social interactions. The emotional toll of this shift is significant, as it challenges our ability to form meaningful connections and fosters a sense of longing for the authenticity we once knew. In this transformed social landscape, where sincerity feels increasingly rare, our quest for genuine and heartfelt relationships continues, marked by a sense of yearning and a profound sense of loss. Old Mr. Lai, now a distinguished 50 years old, has grown accustomed to the pleasures of solitude. His days are shaped by a rhythm of personal preference when he desires to stay at home. He does so contentedly when he seeks the benefits of exercise. He ventures out into the world. Although friends occasionally visit Mr. Lee prefers to meet them in the neutral territory of a restaurant rather than invite them into his home. This preference has sparked curiosity in one of his relatives, who recently asked, "You used to be so warm and welcoming. What has caused you to become so indifferent now?" In response, Mr. Lee reflects on the natural evolution of one's lifestyle as they age. He explains that, with time, our outlook on life transforms. The exuberant warmth of youth gradually gives way to a more contemplative and serene approach to living. For Mr. Lee, the joy of his later years is found in quiet pleasures, sipping tea, tending to his garden, or casting his line into a tranquil fishing spot. He finds solace and happiness in the simple, unhurried moments spent with family, rather than engaging in the bustling social interactions of his younger days. As he has grown older, Mr. Lee has distanced himself from the frenetic pace of socializing. The friendships that once felt vibrant and close now seem more distant. The frequent visitors of his past have revealed themselves to be more fleeting acquaintances than true companions. Mr. Lee has come to value authenticity over superficial politeness. He believes that it is preferable to enjoy one's own company, free from the constraints of maintaining a facade of social niceties. This shift in perspective is not unique to Mr. Lee. Many elderly individuals find that their social habits change with age. The ease and spontaneity of visiting others' homes become less appealing as the practicalities and inconveniences of such visits become more apparent. Elderly people often prefer to maintain their own established routines and environments, finding comfort in the familiarity of their own spaces. Visiting others can sometimes bring unnecessary complications and discomforts, making it more convenient and satisfying to stay within one's own home. Thus, in old age, many people like Mr. Lee choose to limit their social visits and interactions, finding contentment in their own company and in the quiet joys of their daily lives. The desire to avoid the potential hassles and disruptions of visiting others is a natural extension of their preference for a more tranquil and controlled lifestyle. Miss Wong, who lives just upstairs, has found a unique comfort in her solitary lifestyle. She has come to favor the peaceful solitude of her home, where she can indulge in watching her favorite dramas without the interruptions of social obligations. This choice was largely influenced by a rather challenging experience she had with her family, which has left her wary of frequent visits and the potential for misunderstandings that can arise from them. After retiring, Miss Wong embraced a newfound enthusiasm for social activities within her community. She joined a group of ladies who met regularly for square dancing in the local square, an activity that brought her joy and a sense of belonging. On rainy days, when the weather kept them from their outdoor dances, the group would take turns visiting each other's homes. These visits were meant to foster camaraderie, filled with casual conversations and shared meals. However, one such visit to MS. Lee's home revealed the unintended consequences that can come from seemingly innocent conversations. During a discussion about relationships with daughters-in-law, Miss Wong made a casual comment about her own daughter-in-law. She remarked on how her daughter-in-law's lack of initiative around the house and the perceived downsides of marrying an only child who might be somewhat spoiled had created certain challenges. The remark was meant to be a light-hearted observation, part of a broader conversation on the subject, and was not intended to be taken personally or as a serious criticism. Unfortunately, what Miss Wong had considered a harmless comment was interpreted differently by her daughter-in-law. Her daughter-in-law felt that Miss Wong's remarks reflected dissatisfaction with her and took offense. This misunderstanding led to a significant fallout. The atmosphere in the household became noticeably strained, with Miss Wong's daughter-in-law adopting a cold and distant demeanor. Her son, upset by the situation and feeling that his mother was gossiping, reprimanded Miss Wong sharply. The conflict left Miss Wong feeling deeply unsettled. She had always valued the warmth and connection that came from socializing with friends and family, but this incident made her question the safety and wisdom of such interactions. The joy she derived from social visits was overshadowed by the discomfort and awkwardness that followed her unintended comment. It became evident to her that even casual conversations could be misinterpreted, leading to unintended consequences and damaged relationships. From this experience, Miss Wong concluded that it was safer and more comfortable to keep social interactions at a manageable distance. She preferred to focus on the simple pleasures of life, such as dancing with friends and engaging in low-stakes activities, rather than risk the complications of more intimate gatherings. She learned that while socializing can enrich one's life, it also carries the potential for misunderstandings that could disrupt personal peace and harmony. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment below to let me know that you are still here with me. In the end, Miss Wong's experience served as a poignant reminder of the complexities of human interactions. She realized that maintaining a certain level of detachment could help avoid the pitfalls of close social engagements. Her choice to embrace a quieter, more controlled lifestyle was not just a preference, but a safeguard against the potential for misunderstandings and disputes. In her view, the balance between social interaction and personal tranquility was key to a harmonious and fulfilling life, particularly as one navigates the later stages of life. During festive seasons, the shift in social behavior becomes increasingly evident. In the past, New Year's greetings and holiday visits were a cherished tradition, a time for reconnecting and celebrating with loved ones. Today, however, many people prefer the comfort of their own homes, opting to relax, sleep, and browse through their phones rather than engage in these time-honored customs. This change raises a poignant question: have people lost interest in traditional celebrations? The answer is not as straightforward as it might seem. It's not so much that people have lost their appreciation for these traditions, but rather that modern life has become overwhelmingly demanding and stressful. The genuine emotions and connections that once fueled these festive gatherings seem to have faded, leaving socializing and visiting feeling less meaningful. In a world where life's pace continues to quicken, finding moments of tranquility becomes increasingly difficult. This constant rush often leaves people yearning for solitude, making it a more appealing choice than social interaction. When we are younger, the concept of solitude might be misunderstood as a lack of social engagement or friendship. It can feel like an indication of being disconnected or left out. However, as life becomes more complex and demanding, we come to realize that finding contentment in one's own company is not only a sign of maturity but also a profound achievement. Embracing solitude allows us to navigate the challenges of life with a sense of inner peace and resilience. The colder, more detached nature of contemporary life can paradoxically deepen our appreciation for the warmth of family relationships. While it is acceptable to be indifferent towards acquaintances or outsiders, maintaining sincerity and warmth within the family remains crucial. As we age, interactions with friends and family become inevitable. Yet the act of visiting others' homes can sometimes bring more stress than joy. In old age, the physical and mental toll of hosting guests or engaging in frequent social visits can be considerable. Instead, it may be more beneficial to arrange gatherings in neutral, less demanding settings. This approach not only alleviates the physical burden of hosting but also helps avoid the mental stress that comes with the pressure of entertaining. Learning to enjoy and embrace solitude, especially as we grow older, becomes an essential skill. The reality is that as people around us gradually move on or become less available, adapting to being alone can provide the strength and flexibility needed to face future challenges. By finding contentment in solitude, we prepare ourselves to handle life's transitions with grace and resilience. Today's discussion highlights the importance of balancing social interactions with personal peace. If you found value in this reflection, please consider subscribing to the Buddha Zen channel and sharing our content. Here, you will always find support and understanding, ensuring that you are never truly alone. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining us today and exploring these reflections on solitude and social interaction. We've delved into how modern life has shifted our approach to socializing, particularly during festive times, and how embracing solitude can offer profound insights and personal growth. We'd love to hear from you. What is one key takeaway from today's discussion that you plan to incorporate into your own life? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your insights and feedback not only enrich our community but also help us understand how these ideas resonate with you. If you enjoyed this video, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. By doing so, you'll stay updated with our latest content and be a part of our growing community. Thank you for your support, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.